if I may, I want to talk about prayer. And I'll start by referring to the very first time I was at the very beginning of Muslim brothers ready to pray. I'm sure that there's terms in that for it. But I remember the day. It was November 4th. And I remember that because I had gone down to Freedom Plaza in Washington, D.C. for a pro-Palestinian rally. And it came around noontime. I had gotten there very early, but it came around noontime. They were making announcements from the stage about those who wished to pray. And they were saying, you know, this area, pointing to various areas, this area, this area. And I've always considered prayer a personal thing. It's between me and my Creator. I always considered it that way. Well, except when I was very young and in the Catholic school and church and such. But, so I had walked away from the areas that they had posted or put up that they were going to pray. So I didn't want to be, intrusive. Well, as it turns out, I had moved to the furthest part of the plaza from the stage. And as I was standing there, the energy completely changed. There was a complete silence. And I noticed everyone turning their backs on me, but from looking at the stage, turning in the other direction, and everyone lining up in silence. No talking, no pushing, no getting ready for prayer. And when I first saw that, I was absolutely amazed. There was such power in that unity, I was truly amazed. And it reminded me of the military. I was in the Navy, so being on a ship is obviously different than being on land. But when you join the Navy, you go into basic training. And basic training is all about formation, is all about unspoken understanding of direction. It's all about everyone the same, everyone working together. That's what it's all about. So when I witnessed this and I was behind them, and I didn't stick around actually. Again, I always considered prayer to be a private matter. But that was the first time I had seen a call to prayer. I guess you could call it that, a call to prayer. The second time that I witnessed it live was when I had visited the mosque. And I was sitting next to Imam. I was sitting next to the teacher, the one who was sharing his knowledge with me, or the knowledge with me prior to prayer. So the second time I witnessed, it was different because it was inside and people came in and they greeted one another. And then when it was time, they, again, silence, and they were in those positions. And that time, when I witnessed them praying, I felt this emotion just well up inside me. It was.
وبعد أن شهدنا المسن الأمريكي الذي اعتنق الإسلام وكان يحكي تجربته مع الصلاة، لو أول مرة تشوفنا يا ريت تشرفنا بالاشتراك وتفعل زر الجرس عشان يوصلك كل جديد. كان معكم محمد الشورى. دمتم في رعاية الله وأمنه، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.